There's a saying in our industry, you're not supposed to use your nails as tools. But I started thinking, could I use tools to create beautiful nails? I've got my toolkit. Let's get started. So I was playing around with some nails the other day and I grabbed hubby's toolkit. It's the cutest little thing. Take a look at this little thing.
Don't lose the bits, please.
It has it very organized and they're so tiny. So I said, do you have any tiny little tool bits? So he gave me this. They are very tiny. What are they meant for?
Oh, I use them for taking apart electronics and...
Oh, okay. Yeah. A jeweler might use something this tiny too, but that's what I need, tiny, so it can fit into a nail. So I grabbed a couple of them, did some experiments, and when I showed cameraman the set of nails that I'm about to do, he said, oh, it looks like a tire tread, and I rolled my eyes, and then I thought, that is kind of cute. So that's what I'm going to show you. So I've got my black powder, and I've grabbed a couple of bits from there. You just got that from Amazon, didn't you, cameraman?
That's where I got it, yeah.
Okay. So I've already built the nail. That's how I do this. Now you can build this on top of, it's a 3D acrylic on top that you can put on top of your gel, your acrylic, your jelly tips, whatever you've already formed on your nail, and the nail is already completely done and sculpted and shaped and everything's ready to go. So you just want to finish it with a rougher file. So the acrylic or the gel or whatever you are doing, you want to buff up that nail that you've done and then you're going to apply directly on top. So it's really kind of 3D art, and I'm going to do this with acrylic. It's actually really, really very simply cute. So I'm going to put a little bit of this is what I toyed with. Should I use my fast set monomer or should I use the slow set? I'm still on the outs of that. If you are used to working with acrylic, then you can go ahead and use the fast set. But if you're not, if you need a little more time to create, and you'll make that judgment, once you see me do it, you'll decide what might be better for you. But I just need a little bit, because I'm just doing the one finger, of a fast set monomer. Now I'm going to use the Joya black powder from their NUDE collection. And I'm not a big fan of mixing lines, but if you're going to, and we often do as nail technicians, make sure you're using the same composition chemically that's going to mix with the liquid. These two happen to be very compatible. Okay. Now I'm going to get me trusty old brush. Okay, so the reason why I say fast set or slow set is because by the time you put it on, you need some time to make the tire tread impressions with your little drill bits. I'm gonna get my little tube. You guys, I have little tubes now that when you purchase my file set or the brush, they used to come together, remember in this one, but we split them up so that then we didn't have tubes for them because this says file and brush. So we had to make separate tubes and people were disappointed when they were receiving it and they didn't get the tube. So we made new ones and it comes free with your file set or your brush individually. So you can open it up and then have this for your little hand rest, which is what I'm going to use right now. As you may know, I love the almond shape, but I really thought this more of a tapered square or coffin would be better for the tire tread because when you think of a tire, it is on a tube and it's much more square. You made your nail come all the way out, you go all the way around. It's basically a nail wrapped around a tube. So that's why I chose to go with that. So I am going to show you when you work with black, when you're putting black around the cuticle, it can be a bit messy, but that's okay. You can clean it up with some acetone on a cotton pad and clean it up later. But it's really hard sometimes when you're doing a 3D design that to lay it all out and then make sure you get the black around the cuticles completely even. So I'm just gonna grab a tiny little bead of some black powder. And the reason why tiny, because I don't want any thickness here. I just want to be able to get that cuticle so it's evenly got the black around there without having to worry about that as I do this design. See how I'm just making sure it's there and I'm thinning it right out because I need the thickness to make the impressions. And there's enough when you're working with something like this, the acrylic, you don't want to have to be worried about the cuticle as well. Okay, so I've got the cuticle nice and happy. Okay, now here's where we make the 3D effect. It's actually quite simple. And this isn't, a tire tread verbatim. It's not like exactly like any particular tires. I'm sure there's tons of different tires, but it just gives you the illusion of the imprint of a tire. Cameraman bought an electric bike. Well, your electric bike is the size of a motorbike. It's huge.
E-bike. Yeah.
It's an e-bike, yeah.
No, it's great.
So we've been biking everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to place that down in there, and this is faster setting. So you don't want to work slowly with it. And I do want a bit of thickness because I do want to create that 3D illusion. I need the depth, but I don't want it too bulky because it is ultimately going to be the shape of the nail. Now I'm going to leave a little patch on the side there just to show you how you can troubleshoot that when needed. Okay, now I'm just going to here's my drill bit, and I'm going to dip it into the powder, and I'm going to start right at the cuticle because the cuticle is the part that I laid down first, and that's what's going to dry first. And I will make sure I get the sides right away because, again, those are the parts that I laid down first. So the free edge will start to cure up. And I'm just laying down the tread.
I think that's cute.
Well, cameraman naturally loved it. I wasn't sure about it because it's not specifically pretty.
No, it's inverted. It's like you're driven through mud in the second.
Yeah, it's really a tire track, isn't it?
Yeah, tire track.
Yeah,
not tread.
Let's call it that, tire track. So as we...
Yeah. It looks good.
It does. It looks really cute. And that is it. You are done because you've already sculpted and shaped and finished the nail. In that respect, it's all done, but you want to do a little bit thinner. Then you lay this acrylic over top, and because of the 3D effect, it is done. Now, I'm not even going to top coat it. I did top coat it when I was trying it, but it kind of fills in the little tire track prints, and it takes away the illusion. So it is going to give you a 3D effect. But honestly, that is it. That is done. Okay, so because of the speed, like I say, if you use the slower setting, it may give you a little more time to make those impressions. Now, I remember I said I'd leave a little gap on the side to show you how you can troubleshoot it. You just need to get a tiny little bit, maybe more monomer than powder, and you can fill in any little hole that you can see the nail under that you just didn't catch. And I do notice this side is harder for me because I'm not looking at it all the way around because I'm trying to hold it for the camera. But I often will make a mistake and not hit that one side just because of the angle. See that? You can just fill it right in if you ever do that. Because it's this is a bit of a worn tire. It's not a brand new tire. So it's leaving it a bit of an uneven tread. Maybe I need some new tires. Maybe, cameraman, you can include a little picture of us we've got some amazing biking trails. We can include a picture of us on one of our biking roads that we do around here. Okay, and what I will say, when I did the other ones, I kind of shortened them a little bit just to make it nice and smooth in the end. And I did notice that you can see the nail. So I'll move my tube so you can see it. So I saved this so I could show you just, again, a tiny, just almost like a stain. You can just go on the end and you're just staining it with that acrylic monomer there, a little tiny bit of powder. And once that dries, you won't have white on the end. Okay, you can see how fast that went. It's super easy once you've designed all of and sculpted all your nails. You can just slap that on top and it will give it some strength because it's acrylic and it's got some strength to it. Let's check out the pictures. What a cute, fun set. Thanks, cameraman, for the idea. I would not have done these if it wasn't for cameraman going, those are kind of cute.
I like them.
It's great to have a different perspective of someone else's opinion, isn't it? Odorless is really fun to work with and can make some beautiful nails. Check out these beautiful nails I did with glitter and foil.